material costing is going to help us, where you will get to know what is the material used, what is the available material, and what is the material you're supposed to purchase in future. If you have the material control, then you will get to know what is the material supplied, what is the material you are supposed to purchase, and what is the material used for the purpose of manufacturing. The bin card is maintained by the storekeeper, and he is held responsible to maintain the document called bin card. Hello everyone, I am Arun Kumar, lecturer in Department of Commerce and Management, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. Dear students, welcome to this new session on unit number 2, that is material costing. In this session, dear students, we are going to learn about the theoretical aspects, and also we are going to solve a few problems based upon the different levels of providing of materials. So first we have to understand what is material costing. So what is the meaning of material costing? So before going to the definition of material costing, first understand what is this material. So what is this material? Material is nothing but the required raw materials to manufacture the final product, or the product is called material. So without materials, without inputs, you can't bring the output, that is the final product. So materials are the raw materials or the inputs which are required to manufacture a product. Those things are called material. So what is material costing? What is material costing? So material costing is the first and the most important element of cost. Even a minor change in the material cost will spell disaster for a manufacturing concern. Therefore, the control of material cost is very important. Yes. So if there is no proper inflow of material, if there is no proper outflow of material in a particular business or in a company, it might create a lot of problems, right? If you are not maintaining the proper raw material in your particular company, then you will be in a problem. If you have shortage, okay, if you have shortage of material, what will happen? You can't go further with the manufacturing activities. If you have excess material, then it may perish in upcoming days. So the thing is, we are supposed to maintain the proper material for the purpose of smooth running of all the manufacturing activities or the manufacturing process. So with that intention, material costing is going to help us, where you will get to know what is the material used, what is the available material, and what is the material you are supposed to purchase in future. So moving further, types of material. So what and all the materials you are going to see in a particular company. Like first thing is raw material. Yes. So raw material is the first and foremost thing you require to convert it into a finished goods. Next, consumable stores such as lubricants, oil, cotton waste, etc. Yes, consumable stores. That means the required things for the manufacturing process. So lubricant, oil, cotton waste, these are all the required things. These are also called material in a particular company. Next, tools, pattern, maintenance materials like hammer, screws. Yes, this is also required. So just we are not purchasing only the raw material, we are also purchasing what? The other required things for the smooth running of all the manufacturing activities. Like if the machine is not working properly, to maintain or to repair that particular machine, we require tools, right? So tools will also be considered as materials. Next, components. So components, items that are finished goods but are required to manufacture another product, example batteries, etc. Yes, components will be required. Suppose if you are manufacturing a car, you require different components to manufacture a car. So what you will be doing, you will be manufacturing a component where you will be using that component to produce another product. So these all items are called the materials in a particular company. So mainly raw material, next consumable stores, tools, or any other maintenance materials like hammers, screws, etc. and the components manufactured. This is all called materials in a particular business or in a particular company. Next, objectives of material control. So the first objective is to ensure uninterrupted supply of materials to the production and service department. Yes, objectives of material costing or material control is to ensure uninterrupted supply of materials to the production and service units. So if you are providing the proper materials, proper required components or the tools to the particular department for a particular manufacturing department, then you will not see any interruption in between. So to know or to maintain the proper flow of materials to different departments, so this material control is very much important. Next, to prevent overstocking and understocking. Yes, if you are not maintaining the material costing, then you will be in a confusion. You will not be knowing how much material you have in your warehouse or in a storeroom. So if you maintain cost sheet, or if you maintain material costing, or if you have the material control, then you will get to know what is the material supplied, what is the material you are supposed to purchase, and what is the material used for the purpose of manufacturing. Next, to ensure effective and economic use of the available storage space and labor. Yes, to ensure the economic use of the available storage space and labor. So based upon the available material, you are going to hire the laborers or the workers. So if you have a proper idea, if you have a material control over you, so that what you can do, you can utilize it to a next level. Next, to minimize the cost of storage. Yes, simply if you purchase in a bulk, then the storage cost will be more. So if you purchase according to your need, then the storage cost will be less. Next, to identify and locate storage easily as to issue the materials immediately. Yes, we will not be knowing what is the proper storage place available. So if you have material control, so that you get to know from where to supply the goods to the different departments. To maintain up-to-date stores records. Yes, to maintain up-to-date stores record with respect to material, you should have this material control. Next, to facilitate stock taking. Yes, to facilitate stock taking is nothing but what material you supplied to a particular department, on what date you purchased, how many units you given to the particular department. So everything will be properly controlled or monitored. Next, to reduce the risk of spoilage and obsolescence. So the risk of spoilage and obsolescence is nothing but if you purchase more, the raw materials or the components will perish. So if you purchase less, it may affect your manufacturing activities. If you have a control on your material, so that you can utilize it in a proper way. Next, to reduce the misappropriation of materials. Yes, to reduce the misappropriation of materials. So these are all the different objectives of material control. Next, store record, that is bin card. Store record, bin card. So what is this bin card all about? So bin card is all about a document that records the status of good held in a stock room. Bin card is nothing but it is a document which contains the details of what is the goods we have in our storeroom. So what is the quantity of goods we have in our storeroom? That is called bin card. So if you open the bin card, in bin card the details will be written. What is the stock we have in our particular storeroom. A typical retailing business with a large stock room will use a bin card to record a running balance of stock on hand, in addition to information about stock received and notes about problems associated with that stock item. So this bin card will be having all the details containing about when the stock is purchased, is there is any problem, or is any stock is returned to the supplier. So every information will be available in this particular bin card. Next, the bin card makes a record of the receipt and issue of materials and is kept for each item of store carried. So whatever the items are there in a particular store or in a storeroom, so each item will be having their own bin card where all the details of a particular product will be written. The details like when it is purchased, how many number of products are issued, still what is the balance we have, every details will be mentioned in this particular bin card. So bin card, it is a document where it shows the details about a particular product, about when it is purchased, how many number of products are issued, still what is the balance we have, if you have returned the product, what is the number of units we returned. So every information will be mentioned in that particular bin card. Next, moving further, Receipt and issue column of the bin card records movement of stores. It is placed right next to the specific material. Yes, so how many members we issued, how many members again we purchased the same product. So every information will be mentioned in bin card. It is maintained by the storekeeper and he is responsible for it. Yes, so by whom the bin card is maintained? The bin card is maintained by the storekeeper and he is held responsible to maintain the document called bin card. Next, for each stores, minimum, maximum and order quantity is written in the bin card, which help the storekeeper to control the stores. In bin card, the minimum order quantity, maximum order quantity and order quantity will be written so that they can have the control over the material what they have in the particular store. Next, the difference between bin card and store ledger. So the difference between bin card and store ledger. So bin card is maintained by the storekeeper. So bin card is maintained by whom? Bin card is maintained by storekeeper. Next, here the store ledger. So it is maintained by cost accounting department. So bin card will be maintained by storekeeper and store ledger will be maintained by cost accounting department. Next, bin card is attached to bin. It is maintained inside the store. Yes, bin card is attached to a bin and it is maintained inside the store. But here the store ledger, it is kept in the cost office and it is maintained outside the store. So it is kept in the cost office and maintained outside the store. Every transaction is entered in the bin card separately. Yes, each and every transaction, if you are issuing the product, you are going to write when you issued and what is the balance. If you are purchasing, how much you purchased and what is the balance. So each and every transactions will be written in the bin card. But here in ledgers, that is store ledger, each transaction summarized and entered in the store. Yes, the transactions will be summarized and entered in the store. Each transaction will not be entered in the store ledger. Next, the record of materials is made in quantity only. Yes, so the record of materials will be made in quantity only. Yes, how many quantity you purchased, how many quantity you issued, how many quantity you received as written. So it will be mentioned in quantity. Here in store ledger, the record of materials is made both in quantity and values. So the record of materials is made with quantity and values. So here in bin card, it is mentioned only in quantity, but in store ledger, it is mentioned in quantity as well as in value also. Next one, entries in bin card are made and when the transaction occurs. Yes, so when they enter the transaction in bin card, whenever the transaction happens, the entry will be made in the bin card. But in store ledger, entries are made after the transaction take place. So the entry will be made after the transaction take place. So these are all the difference between the bin card and the store ledger. Next, stock level. So in stock level, mainly we have four types. So the first thing is maximum level. In stock level, the first thing is maximum level. So what is this maximum level? It indicates the maximum figure of inventory quantity held in stock at any time. That means whatever the maximum quantity they have held in a particular duration, that will be shown in the maximum level. For example, 1800, 1200 and 800. So here, what is the maximum level? Yes, 1800 is the maximum level. So maximum level is nothing but whatever the maximum level of quantity of products or the material held in a particular duration, that will be shown in the maximum level. Next, minimum level. So here only you can see this is the maximum level, maximum quantity held in a duration. And what is the minimum quantity? 800, simple, right? So here it indicates the lowest figure of inventory balance which must be maintained in hand at all times so that there is no stoppage of production due to non-availability of inventory. Yes, minimum level is nothing but the minimum level of products or the components or the input should be maintained by the storekeeper so that they can't stop the manufacturing activity. So there will be no stoppage of productional activities if they maintain the minimum level of stock. So the maximum level and the minimum level. Next, recorder level. So what is this recorder level? This level lies between minimum and maximum level in such way that before the material ordered is received into the store, there is sufficient quantity on hand to cover both normal and abnormal consumption. Yes, here I have given the example 1800, next 1200, next 800. So here 1800 is the maximum level, 1200 and 800. So 800 is the minimum level, so recorder level. So that is between the maximum level and minimum level, that is 1200. So maintaining the recorder level of products for the smooth running of the productional activities. Danger level. So what is this danger level? It is the level at which normal issues of the raw material inventory are stopped and emergency issues are only made. So in danger level, it is the level at which normal issues of the raw material inventory are stopped and emergency issues are only made. So in danger level, the normal supply of raw materials will be stopped, and wherever the raw material required, the emergency requirement is there. Only for those emergency departments they will be issuing the products. That is called emergency or the danger level. So problem number 1, based on computation of different levels. From the following data, calculate reorder level, minimum level, maximum level and average stock level. So the available information: normal usage 500 units per week, maximum usage 900 units, minimum usage 300 units, reorder quantity 4800 and reorder period like 4 to 6 weeks. So these are the informations given. By using this information, you are supposed to compute reorder level, minimum level, maximum level and average stock level. So first, reorder level. So to compute reorder level, what is the format or the formula? Maximum consumption into maximum reorder period. So maximum consumption into maximum reorder period is called reorder level. So what is the maximum consumption and what is the maximum reorder period? We have maximum consumption. So here maximum consumption is 900 and maximum reorder period. So 4 to 6 weeks. Maximum is 6 weeks. Right. So 900 into 6 weeks. So here 900 into 6 weeks. So 900 into 6, you will get 65,400 units. So reorder level is how much? 65,400 units. Next, minimum level. So what is the formula to find out minimum level? Reorder level minus normal consumption into normal reorder period. So formula of minimum level is reorder level minus normal consumption into normal reorder level. So here reorder level. So here what is the reorder level? So the reorder level is 5,400 units minus normal consumption. So what is the normal consumption given in the problem? Normal consumption is 500 units. So normal consumption is 500 units into 5 weeks. That is normal reorder period. So normal reorder period is not given in the problem. We are supposed to compute. So how to compute? Reorder period 4 to 6 weeks. So 4 plus 6, how much you will get? 4 plus 6, you will get 10 divided by 2. You will get 5. So 5 weeks is the normal reorder period. So 500 into 5 weeks. So 5,400 minus 500 into 5 weeks. That is 5,400 minus 2,500. You will get the balance of 2,900. This is called minimum level. Next one, maximum level. So what is the formula? Reorder level plus reorder quantity minus minimum consumption into minimum reorder period. So reorder level, yes, 4,500 plus reorder quantity. What is the reorder quantity given in the problem? It is 4,800. So reorder quantity is 4,800. Next, minus minimum consumption. So what is the minimum consumption given in the problem? Minimum consumption and the minimum reorder period. So minimum consumption is how much? Minimum consumption is 300. What is the minimum reorder period? It is 4 weeks. So 300 into 4 weeks. So 5,400 plus 4,800 minus 300 into 4. You'll get 10,200 minus 1,200. You'll get 9,000 units. This is the maximum level. Average stock level. So what is the formula? Minimum level plus half of reorder quantity. So minimum level plus half of reorder quantity. So here 2,900 is the average, is the minimum level. So 2,400 is the minimum level into half of reorder quantity. That is 2,900 plus 2,400. You will get 5,300. This is called average stock level. Problem number 2. Compute various stock levels from the following data. So normal consumption 300 units, maximum consumption 420 units, minimum consumption 240 units, reorder quantity 3,600, reorder period 10 to 15 days. Next, normal record period 12 days. So normal reorder period is given here itself, 12 days, need not to compute. So solution, reorder level, maximum consumption into maximum recorder period. So 420 units is the maximum consumption. Here you can see maximum consumption 420 units into maximum recorder period or reorder period. So what is the maximum reorder period? The maximum reorder period is 15 days. So 420 units into 15 days, you will get 6,300 units. This is called reorder level. Next, minimum level. Reorder level minus normal consumption into normal reorder period. So reorder level is how much? 6,300 units minus normal consumption. So what is the normal consumption? So normal consumption is 300 units. So write down normal consumption into normal reorder period. So what is the normal reorder period? It is 12 days. It is given in the problem. So 12 days. So 6,300, 300 into 12. 6,300 minus 3,600, you will get balance of 2,700. It is called minimum level. Next, maximum level. So what is the formula? Reorder level plus reorder quantity minus minimum consumption into minimum reorder period. So reorder level 6,300 plus reorder quantity is how much? It is given in the problem. Reorder quantity 3,600 units. So 3,600 units minus 240 units, that is minimum consumption, into minimum reorder period. So what is the minimum reorder period here? 10 days. So write down 10. So 240 units into 10 days. So if you compute 9,900 minus 2,400, you will get 7,500 units. That is called maximum level. Next, average stock level, that is minimum level into half of reorder quantity. So what is the minimum level given in the problem? 2,400 into reorder quantity is how much? 3,600. Half of that, 2,700 plus 1,800. Totally you will get 4,500 units. That is called average stock level. So moving to the next problem. Two components, component A, component B, are used as follows. Calculate reorder level, minimum level, maximum level, average stock level. So normal usage 50 units, maximum usage 25 units, minimum usage 75 units. So reorder quantity, that is component A, reorder quantity is 300, component B is 500. Reorder period, component A is 4 to 6. So normal if you compute, you will get 5 weeks for component A. Here 2 to 4 weeks, you will get 3 weeks is the normal reorder period, because 2 plus 4 is 6 divided by 2, you will get 3. Here 4 plus 6 is 10 divided by 2 is 5. So first, reorder level. So maximum consumption into maximum reorder period. So what is the maximum consumption given in the problem? Maximum consumption is 25 units and maximum reorder period 6 weeks for component A and 4 weeks for component B. So 75 into 6 weeks and 75 into 6 weeks. So you will get 450 units, here you will get 300 units. Next, for minimum level, reorder level minus normal consumption into normal reorder period. So 450 minus 50 into 5, here 300 units minus 50 into 3. So here 300 minus 150, you will get 150. Here 450 minus 250, you will get 200 units. Next, maximum level. So what is the maximum level formula? Reorder level plus reorder quantity, minimum consumption into minimum reorder period. So for product A, 450 units plus 300 units minus 25 units into 4 weeks. So 450 plus 300 minus 25 into 4. So 750 minus 100, you will get 650 units. Next, for product component B, 300 units plus 500 units minus 25 units and 2 weeks. So 300 plus 500, 800 minus 25 into 2, that is 50. So you will get 800 minus 50, you will get 750 units for component B. So average stock level, minimum level into half of reorder level. So 200 units into half of 300 units. So 200 plus 150, 350. For component B, 150 into half of 500 units, that is reorder quantity. So 150 plus 250, you will get 400 units. So this is how you are supposed to solve the different levels if they give the problem in your main exam. So with this, I am going to wind up this session. I'll meet in the upcoming session. Until then, thank you all. Have a nice day.